3, 2, 1. Episode 54 of White Claw Wednesdays. Coming at you, remote version. Oh, yeah. Frank in the Chicago Bulls sweater.
There's the crack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, we didn't virtual cheers, though.
Oh, yeah, we
Come
didn't.
on, man. Here. Tink.
Dink. There we go. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So Ryan's living that island life now. How's that
Yeah,
been?
so it's been lit, man. It's been a lot of fun. Been to the beach twice now. Doing a lot of walks on the beach because, as you know, Chelsea's here.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been doing 3 walks a day. 1 in the morning. Then we go to the dog park after work around 5.
Yeah.
And then nighttime walk. We've got this little loop that we do through the neighborhood.
Nice.
But actually, it was pouring rain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pouring. I kept telling Amanda.
Wow.
This was yesterday, sorry. I kept telling Amanda, I was like trying to brag that I lived through a tropical storm. And she's like,
yeah.
And she's like, that is not a tropical storm. And I'm like, this has to be a tropical storm, you know? Like, come on, just give me it.
Doesn't I can picture something tropical and something stormy, and I feel like you wouldn't be able to be walking in it.
No, it wasn't walking weather at all.
Yeah, okay.
We actually stayed in pretty much all day. It was actually very boring. So hopefully that doesn't happen when you come.
I imagine the trees just going ham, you know, like waving all over the place, you know.
I'll actually send you a couple videos.
Are there palm trees? A lot of palm trees in Hawaii? Is that how it is, or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're so the backyard at Amanda's mom's house has a mango tree, a couple palm trees, and I don't even know what type of tree it is. It's just this big, like, bushy one with a bunch of leaves. But yeah, wind was crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Technical question. It doesn't matter if, like, when my GarageBand was recording, if I moved my hand on the trackpad over the recording bar. I didn't click anything. It just kind of like diminished the red, like it like shrunk it in a weird way.
No,
the recording is still running.
Yeah, okay, we're chilling.
I'm just you know,
guys, getting this
together.
Things. I think it probably took us about 30 minutes. Yeah,
it did take us 30 minutes to get
30 minutes to get this going. Because not only is Frank on a new audio interface, because we care about sound quality, but we're also recording separately from the video.
Yes.
To get the most crisp audio for you all.
Yeah.
So it took us a while, but we're going, man. We're going.
The White Claw Tower is visible, right? Well visible, right?
Yes,
okay.
It is. Well visible.
My image in Skype
in fact,
is so
I'm
small.
looking at it more than I'm looking at you.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad. And you can see the W shape too. That's what's sticking through right now.
Yeah,
so
it's true. And I can see a nice, handsome photo of you from your senior year right above your head.
You're kidding me.
Shout out. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That isn't
never
supposed to be on set. Well, I always take it down.
Yeah, you do, huh? You do.
Let's just act like that wasn't there at the start of this.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Well, I'm just trying to, keep the set energy
professional.
Yeah.
As we have a White Claw Tower.
Trying to continue the set energy, trying to make it seem like you're still here in a way and treat it the same way.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That's cool.
So I'm assuming you didn't watch any of the football games this weekend.
No, but I got a few posts that I looked on Instagram. Wow, what's going on?
Well, I
heard Brady dusted off an oldie. That's what I've gotten from Instagram.
That's dusted off an oldie in the sense where he made all the right decisions for sure. Like he didn't have some amazing, outstanding passing game where he was just crushing it or anything in terms of passing yards, but he wasn't making mistakes and he was playing smart. And Drew Brees on the other side of the ball did the opposite and had 3 turnovers. Actually, if Drew Brees ends up retiring, he just turned 42. If Brees ends up retiring, his last pass as an NFL quarterback would have been an interception. Yeah.
Oh. And I don't know if he's gonna do that, though.
I was watching the pass, and I don't know. I don't think he has the strength to get it downfield anymore. He didn't
He doesn't have the whip. Or
he doesn't have the arm. Like how Scott can throw like a bomb. At the beach, like we go long, he freaking bombs it.
He's got good form.
He's got a cannon, But Drew Brees used to have a cannon, and I don't see that same cannon in his arm anymore because he didn't have any passes over 20 yards in the game against the Bucs, and his last pass, most likely as a NFL quarterback, which ended up being an interception. I could just see it was pretty much the longest pass he made of the night, and I could just see him putting all his oomph into it. Everything.
Hey man, I mean, he's still a good player though.
Oh yeah, no, he's had an incredible career.
Father Time catches up to everyone, and there are those cases where people, sort of surpass. Like Cristiano Ronaldo now is like almost 40, and that's like unheard of in the sport of soccer. I think he's 37 or something.
Wow, he's almost 40 now? Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Dang.
I think he's 37, yeah. But Zlatan, have you heard of Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
I have, yeah. Ibrahimovic, I know that name, yeah.
He is 39. He's 39,
wow.
And he's still crushing it. And when he was 37, I think, he had he completely tore his knee up. Like all the ligaments, all the tendons in there, the ACL, MCL, all of them were torn. And then he came back and is still slaying. Still starting striker for AC Milan, which is a really big club, and they're doing well in the Serie A.
Interesting. Is Messi 30 yet?
Yeah, Messi's 33, I think.
33. Wow. See, this is so weird to me how the way time is flying by, because to me Messi's still like 27 or something.
Oh no!
But that was that was a while ago, obviously. But going back to the football thing.
Messi's 33 and Cristiano's 35. Excuse me. He's 37.
Okay. That's not that. Okay, that's still okay. That seems going back to the football though. I kind of predict. I think I said this. I thought it was going to end up being Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady in the NFC Championship. And that's what it has turned out to be. And I'm very excited for that. And on the other side, you have the AFC Championship.
Way to give yourself some kudos there, man.
Well, I mean, I had to give. I kind of knew it was coming. I saw the
nice,
paths
dude.
to the
I'm
game.
Impressed.
And I was like, this has Brady versus Rodgers written all over it. And then on the AFC, you got Josh Allen with the Bills and Patrick Mahomes with the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, don't know if you know this, got some sort of concussion injury in the game against the Browns.
I did hear about this, yes.
So, I
don't know the extent of it, though.
He hasn't actually been cleared yet. And it was a weird injury because you didn't see his head getting hit. You just saw the Browns defender, his arm, getting locked around Patrick Mahomes' neck and kind of almost
kinking it.
Yeah, kind of choking him in a bad way. And it looked like maybe, I don't know, he pinched a nerve in his neck or something, but it seemed to be like he had a concussion when he tried to stand up, because he tries to get up and he's like dizzy and he
oh no
and he can't really catch his sight in one spot. It's like moving and bouncing everywhere, and he needs his teammates to come and help him and carry him off the field, basically help him walk off.
Yeah, I saw that part.
Yeah, so I don't know. I hope he comes back, just because you got like the old veterans at the top of the quarterback game with Brady versus Rodgers, and then you got the young guns who are the top of the quarterback game with Mahomes and Josh Allen. So I hope that Mahomes is able to play to complete that whole, duology of greatness pretty much in games.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
And I like Mahomes, even though I don't follow. So I'm
is
for him.
And you know me that I don't like him. I do, because
which really just validates
he plays for the Chiefs, in the Chargers AFC West division. But I want him to come back from this injury, because I want to see a great matchup. Because I don't think the Chiefs stand a chance without him as their quarterback. He's just that great. So,
I mean, he pretty much carried them for wasn't there like 3 big comebacks?
Yeah,
last
their entire
just playoffs.
Their entire Super Bowl run was all comebacks.
Yeah,
and the most memorable one was the divisional round one against the Houston Texans, where the Texans were up 24-0 in the second quarter, and the Chiefs were able to outscore from that point. They outscored the Texans 51-7. So that's just like, I mean, right there is I think that's why the Texans had a terrible season. They come back after that and they go 4-12, and now their star quarterback Deshaun Watson is pissed and he wants out of Houston. Just like what James Harden just did with Houston Rockets. It seems like Houston is suffering a curse off the World Series cheating. I don't know if you heard about the World Series scandal.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I know pretty much all about it.
I mean, they were doing stuff like banging on trash cans and stealing signs, and they
were like, they had someone watching the signs from the stands, radioing that in somehow, and then they would give like another sign from the dugout. Is basically what was going on.
Yeah.
During the World Series, which is completely cheating.
Yeah. So in a way, like every batter
knew what was coming.
Yeah, they knew what pitch was about to come, which in baseball terms is huge.
Which isn't like 100%,
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't know where the ball is actually going, but it's definitely a huge help. I mean, it's cheating. It's cheating.
Yeah, it's cheating for sure. So yeah, Houston seems to be. We'll see what happens with the
maybe
future
it is
of their
a curse,
sports.
dude.
Yeah, maybe
it is a curse. But yeah, you mentioned it. What do you think about Harden to the Nets, dude? Brooklyn, man.
Yeah. Well,
Brooklyn. I hope Brooklyn gets a championship before the Knicks. I really do.
Yeah. They should. I mean, they got James Harden, and they have Kyrie Irving, and they have Kevin Durant.
I mean,
at this point,
it's
a
big three.
Yeah, it's a huge three. If it's not Lakers and Nets in the finals, I'll be very surprised.
You really think the Lakers are going back?
I do.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I don't want to admit it, like, yeah. I mean, Anthony Davis he's legit. It's funny how great people think Giannis is. And
yeah.
And
I mean, he
is really good. But I don't think anybody.
Did he get MVP last season?
It was either last season or the season. No, it was last season. Yeah, it was last season because I remember LeBron was kind of mad about it.
Yeah.
But I just think Anthony Davis should be when I think of Anthony Davis, I think of he's like the better version of Giannis.
Okay.
And maybe that's because he's playing with LeBron. It's a good
Giannis
chance
is like the top of the team in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
I feel like in the Lakers, you got LeBron just sort of. He's almost like the governing body of the offense.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, you go here.
Yeah, so that really might be the difference maker is the fact that I've seen, because when Anthony Davis was on the Pelicans, you didn't see as many Pelican games back in the when he was on the team, like, because there's always the teams that get the most TV airtime, and I've watched my most Anthony Davis when he's been with LeBron, so I think that's kind of clouding my judgment a little bit.
Same, yeah, definitely.
I just don't see anybody stopping the Lakers in the West. Yeah,
I'm really surprised how. I mean, Houston, the Rockets have changed a lot in the past couple seasons.
Yeah, because they tried the Chris Paul thing and then they tried the Russell Westbrook thing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing worked out, but they didn't really. It's been a weird situation where it's like, okay, we've got this guy who's scoring pretty much on average. I don't know what his average is, but he has 60-point games.
Yeah,
pretty consistently.
If I had to guess James Harden's career average, I'd say it's like 30 points a game or something. I mean, he basically just gets 30 a game like it's nothing.
Right. And so I feel like they were in the situation where, like, okay, we have this player who can do this. Now we just need something else. We need something else. And it's like they were just trying. I mean, I shouldn't say they're trying to throw spaghetti at the wall and seeing what's sticking, because, I mean, Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook are really great players. But it feels so weird. It feels so weird that they couldn't make either of those work. And now John Wall, right? So
apparently it was James Harden who was like, "Oh, I'm not digging this Chris Paul thing," and then it was James Harden who was like, "Oh, I'm not digging this Russell Westbrook thing." So that
and then he dips.
Yeah, and then he ends up dipping. So
that's what Boogie was saying. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, that he was saying he felt disrespected.
He felt. I mean, he's always disrespected.
He's always. That's true.
He always feels that way.
That's true. He does feel that way. But I do understand what he means, because James Harden's like, "Oh, we have no chance of winning a championship."
Right.
That's the last. I mean, that's the last press conference you have as a Houston Rocket, is pretty much just giving up 10 games into the season.
Who's their coach now?
I think his name is Solid. So his last name starts with an S. I think it's Solis, something like that.
Okay.
He's been coaching for a while. He's been an assistant. He's definitely earned his right to be a head coach now.
Right
on. Had years of experience. It's just too bad that he comes in at a time like this when Harden's getting all complainy. But Harden's become the new bad guy of the NBA, though.
Yeah, he has.
And
Rudy Gobert's time has passed.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert's time has passed, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's very. It reminds me of when Kevin Durant left and went to the Warriors.
See, that's a weird time because for me, I was living in the Bay Area at that time.
Yeah.
So, like, it was not the image that I was getting just from...
Everyone was psyched.
The supporters, I guess, Yeah, everyone was hyped.
I totally understand that. I still think... I was on the side of Kevin Durant. I kind of wanted him to stay with the Warriors. I was like...
I think he should have.
It was just confusing to me, like, because he gets that injury in the finals against the Raptors. They lose to the Raptors, and then I'm like, Kevin, how do you not see that? If you had not gotten injured, you would have won that series.
Mm-hmm,
and then you don't think that, I should just stay on the team and keep winning championships.
Yeah, well, it was definitely a money issue, but also I'm not sure if the Warriors. I don't know, like, the business dealings, but I mean, they gave Steph a max.
Yeah, they did.
They gave Clay a max. I mean, I don't know if KD was trying to get a max, and
KD was
he probably just said, like, these guys have been with us for so long. I mean, pretty much since, like, the start of that, the building of that dynasty.
Yeah, they have.
And then Draymond's kind of just on the side there. They didn't give him a max, but he's got money for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, KD, those 3 years on the Warriors, pretty interesting.
Dude, wouldn't it be cool if Steve Nash got a championship in his first year coaching?
It would be, but it would be even cooler if James Harden didn't win a championship ever in his career.
You're right.
I mean, I don't mean to be like he's probably. I think they're going to make it to the finals. I don't know if they're going to win, but there's a good chance they win a championship because it's just hard to argue when you have 3 of the best scorers in the league. Maybe it won't work. Maybe they'll clash, but it would be sort of the. We saw Kevin Durant ring chase, and we saw great success. Now this is another kind of egregious example of ring chasing, and I'm curious to see if it works.
I mean, they're definitely going to be pretty hard to beat when they're on.
Yeah,
I just don't know if all the personalities are gonna mix. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyrie's already got his own thing going, and then if Harden's got his own thing going, he's coming here like, hey, I'm expecting a ring.
Yeah,
I mean, it could go bad. It could go bad.
I agree. Okay, Ryan, I gotta ask you: have you seen WandaVision yet?
Dude, I haven't, but actually, I just got on Disney Plus the other night.
Nice, dude.
Okay,
it's on
Disney
there right
Plus
now.
is a shit. It is.
It's pretty sweet, right?
Yeah, it is sick,
pretty
man.
Sweet.
There's so much there, and I'm like, oh my god, like, and it's got Nat Geo too.
Yeah,
I didn't realize they owned Nat Geo.
Yeah, I should have put that in the sales pitch to you. I forgot that would help the
Yeah, I'm a science guy, so that's really cool.
It was always you and Sam who would put on the British guy talking over the nature.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's BBC, but oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
those are some good ones.
It's the same. Man. It's the same sort of vibe.
You're right, same vibe. Yeah. So I rewatched the ending scene from The Mandalorian in HD because remember I was watching it.
Yeah.
Streaming it. So I rewatched that and I was even more impressed with the ending scene. I know I was criticizing it, but it actually looks a lot cooler when it's not
terrible quality,
skipping and terrible quality.
Yeah.
And then on the way over here, so on our flight to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I started to watch Tron Legacy.
The one from 2010. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got about halfway through it on the flight, and then it came up, and I was like, "Oh, this is a Disney movie, of course."
Yeah.
And so I finished that, and that was all last night. And then I saw WandaVision, and it is so cool, man.
Like
so cool.
The effects,
all those, like
the
lights
and
frames.
it's a really good looking movie.
They've got like those
circle
like,
discs,
ID circle things
yeah.
on their backs and
that they fight with,
and it lights up, and they're just so cool.
And I love how they take out another motorcycle with the trail that's at the end of their cycle.
Yeah. It's honestly a pretty cool movie. Not the best, but it's super cool to watch. You know,
it's a sequel to an older movie from the 80s.
Yeah, I do.
Pretty sure it's the 80s.
Never watched it.
I say that with a little confidence.
I wonder if they're gonna do a sequel to that. I should have looked that up.
There have been rumors going around for the last few years about a third Tron movie.
A third Tron. Oh wow!
Movie,
I wonder if they would bring back. They probably wouldn't bring back the same people, but
Garrett Hedlund and Olivia Wilde. And Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Jeff Bridges, isn't it?
Yeah, he plays that CGI young face guy.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different person. I'm thinking of the guy from Newsroom. Who's that?
That's Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, that's Jeff Daniels. Also, other star of Dumb and Dumber, along with Jim Carrey.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I don't. How much do you remember from Tron Legacy? I want to ask.
To be honest, it's one of those movies where
I know I'm way late, so
I'm
10 years.
I'm so late. Well, I'm not even late. I already arrived, so I forgot everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
exactly.
So all I remember from the movie is obviously, Tron. It's going into a video game. And then I also remember just how cool it was, how cool it looked. Just the visual, how, some movies you remember for plot, others you remember for visuals. It's just the way it goes. But I definitely don't remember any really story main bullet points of that movie. So,
well, let me spoil it for you.
Okay.
Re-spoil it, I guess. And spoil it for everyone listening who hasn't seen Tron. Basically, his dad, the main character's dad, figures out like how to put bodies, like a human person, into like digital space. They don't really explain it, but like you don't care, you're just like, okay, cool, this looks awesome, Anyways, while they're in this digital space, called Tron, I believe, like Tron is like where they're at. There's these thing called isomorphic algorithms, and they're like people, but like they're algorithms within the system. And the story goes on, and basically one of the ISOs comes back into the world with the main character. And like this is like the DNA, like the algorithm that these ISOs are using is supposed to like cure a bunch of things in mankind. And so that's why I was wondering, like, is there a sequel? Because they kind of just leave it on the cliffhanger. I mean, of course, right? It's sort of open to your interpretation, but I'm curious as to see if they'll ever do it.
I think this is why there have been sequel rumors and buzz stuff going around for basically since the movie came out, since it opened up these questions and opened up these doors for exploration in another movie. I bet it happens.
All right, here we go.
Disney likes. Ready? Ooh, nice. Disney enjoys bringing back. Disney enjoys bringing back properties too much.
Break it down. Break it back.
To
That's what you remind me of.
to not do a third Tron movie, I think. And I think it's something else where they understand the whole. I think they can cash in on the vibe that I have of that. I don't remember the story, but like I remember how cool it looked. So if like I saw,
well, it looks cool for me now.
Yeah,
and it's 2021, and
exactly.
that was made in 2010.
Yeah,
so
like, imagine a new one.
Right.
You see a trailer for a new one, you're like, oh hell yeah, that looks awesome.
Right. I was reading an article the other day, and it said that Avatar 2, that I think is it James Cameron?
Yeah, James Cameron, writer and director of Avatar. Yeah.
Avatar 2 is going to be so groundbreaking that it's going to change the world. I guess change out the film industry.
I've also heard that. And
that was like the headline, and I was like, whoa. And like apparently they're bringing out, and like they're waiting.
Yeah.
Like they're waiting for technology to catch up for like the ambitions, I guess.
That's why it has been as that's why it's 2021 and the first Avatar came out in 2009 and we haven't gotten a sequel for it. It's because James Cameron is he's a technological kind of filmmaker, and with Avatar he was inventing cameras and inventing things to make the movie at the time, and that ushered in a boom of 3D. I remember.
You're right. Yeah,
I mean, 3D was a thing before it, but when Avatar came out, 3D became, like the thing. Like if you're pretty much after Avatar for the next 5 years, if your movie was a blockbuster, like there was a 3D showing.
Yeah, but also 3D wasn't. I almost think of it as kind of like the similarity between how Thomas Jefferson invented electricity, but Nikola Tesla was the one that like modernized it. In a sense where like 3D was a thing where we had those like flimsy little glasses.
Yes.
And you put them on and it looked weird and your eyes would hurt after.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember watching Avatar and I was like, whoa, this is like next level stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was completely different from what was prior, I guess.
Yeah, Avatar was an awesome movie experience. I saw that like 3 times or something like that, I think. All right. I was way into that.
I totally took over that. But
WandaVision. WandaVision.
I have not watched it, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to postpone my Star Wars marathon.
I think it's a good show for certain types of people, and I think you're one of the people who it will work well for.
Right on.
Because you have you who is a pretty heavy MCU nerd. So
I do have me, Frank.
Yeah.
I do.
So you have you there. So now that's why you're into it. But then you kind of have the fun little, 1950s I Love Lucy vibe going on, which
that is what it kind of portrays.
Which I think
I was going to ask about that.
Which I think Amanda might like. So I think you'll have stuff for both of you. That being said, someone like Scott didn't like it. Couldn't make it through 5 minutes.
No, of course not.
So yeah, you either have to be into MCU or you have to be into old fashioned television that hits nostalgia notes with you. So if you're into either of those lanes, I recommend it.
So the timeline of this is, so I'm kind of confused because what is her character? Is it Scarlet
Witch?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And then Vision, right?
And then Vision, yeah. It's the same characters from the Avengers movies.
Yeah. They became like a thing.
They became a thing in Civil War, Captain America Civil War.
Oh, Civil War. Okay. And then it was Age of Ultron where they...
Age of Ultron is when they first met. That was when both characters were first introduced. Actually, scratch that.
There was kind of a thing going there.
Scarlet Witch was first introduced in the end credit scene of Captain America the Winter Soldier, which came out in 2014. You see her like using her mind telekinesis powers on some blocks, right? And you see Quicksilver next to her flashing around all fast. Next year, Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, they both get introduced, along with Vision, who gets created from the Soul Stone, which comes out of Loki's scepter. Mm-hmm. And the Soul Stone combines with Jarvis, Tony Stark's computer, makes...
Yep.
Yeah. And then, they die at the end of Infinity War. No, wait, do they?
No. Age of Ultron, Vision dies, and then...
No. Infinity War Vision dies, because Thanos has to get the final stone.
Oh, you're right.
For the gauntlet.
You're right. Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember, does Scarlet Witch die then? Yeah, she gets turned into dust. She does.
She gets turned into dust.
But she ends up coming back when all the people are revived in Endgame.
So how is this placed in the 1950s? That's like what my question is here.
And
I don't get the timeline.
That's why you keep tuning in. Because the first that's my synopsis. I mean, my rundown of the first 2 episodes is something's going on, and it's not 1950s. There's something's not real. There's something that's being manufactured. Something's fake. So that's kind of what's keeping me interested. And there's Easter eggs, and there's things, there's name drops, and there's these little things to pick through, and you're trying to piece, like you're pausing and you're rewinding and looking at stuff, trying to Yeah, I'm very intrigued, and there's a interesting ramp up of intensity that comes out of nowhere at the end of the first episode.
Okay.
It's you just have a normal dinner scene that just gets kind of weird and intense out of nowhere, and it makes you. I recommend it. It's very, it's
You're
very
getting all giddy
mysterious.
over there,
I know
dude.
I'm
Hell
getting giddy
yeah.
because I'm excited. I'm thinking about the next episode, because I'm.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I'll have to watch it. Because I was looking at, Disney Plus, and it's got it's so cool. All right, I'm sorry.
It seems
I'm,
really
in love with it.
Yeah, like the layout of it, it's really smooth.
Well, it's just it's smooth and it's simple.
Yeah.
I'm a big minimalist guy. When it comes to technology and user interfaces.
Yeah.
And it's just got the brands right in front of you. Hey, is this what you want? And then it's got it ordered.
Yep.
You click on a brand and it's okay, for Nat Geo, it had science and technology, astronomy, this and that, and then it's wilderness, Africa, and it's just wow, this is great. You know how Netflix, you have genres of
Yeah,
I guess everything. You have genres of everything,
Yeah, Netflix
And
can be daunting.
It can get overwhelming.
Yeah,
with
the
and
amount
it's
of stuff that's on there.
It's just a little too much sometimes when you're trying to scroll through and just pick something.
Yeah.
Whereas Disney Plus, it's you already know what you're clicking into. Hey, I'm going for Star Wars right now. Hey, I'm going for Nat Geo, Marvel, or, maybe animated movies, which I want to talk about in a little bit. But yeah, it's great. I think I'm going to watch it, WandaVision, because I was looking at
You should.
Another thing that's great about Disney Plus is you click into Star Wars, right, and it gives you it in chronological order, like we were joking about the other day.
Oh yeah, how I was naming the stuff
And
ordering it.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
scrolling through, and I was oh my God, there is just so much to it because
Yeah.
okay, and I'm kind of pissed about this. They include the Lego movies. Come on, I get it.
The
but
Lego movies are on there
the Lego movies are a part of the story, I believe,
of
because
the
it is
canon.
Of the canon.
Have you not heard of that word? The word canon?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Okay. So you haven't heard of the term "is it canon"?
Is it canon?
Like the phrase. I
No.
shouldn't say term. I should say phrase. Is it canon or it's canon?
No.
Okay, that pretty much means it's it happened. Okay.
Right on. Okay.
No, that's a terrible. It happened. Wait. Let me. I gotta
Frank,
define. I
you
gotta
crack me
define
up,
that
dude.
more. What I mean by it happened. Just imagine okay, let's just take all the Marvel movies. Going back to Marvel movies.
Can someone write this down in the Urban Dictionary, please?
It's probably already this definition similar to this. Iron Man getting building the suit in the cave. I'm having a terrible God
In the
damn.
cave.
In the cave.
What?
Building the suit in the cave. Building the suit in the cave. That's canon.
Okay.
Because it happened.
All right. I mean, yeah, that makes sense to me.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
But if I
Iron
wrote
Man made the suit.
but
It
if
happened. yeah.
But if I wrote my own original Iron Man story right now, where Iron Man made the suit in a day spa,
Mm-hmm.
and I published it online, that would not be canon.
Well, it wasn't from Marvel. Of course, it's not canon.
Yeah, but that would be fan fiction. What I'm saying is it's you have these nerdy words to describe things.
I get you.
And there was when takes me to my next point. Actually, this goes back to Star Wars, because when Disney bought Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure all the novelizations, all the written stories that were in the Star Wars universe became not canon. So Disney was like, we're buying the entertainment property, we're buying the video, not the literary side. We don't give a fuck about that, pretty much.
Yeah. I get you.
So I'm pretty sure that's kind of the thing that a lot of Star Wars nerds were upset about, is you have all these books exploring the dark side in a sense of where, you know, I'm pretty sure there were storylines where Han Solo and Leia became Siths and had a kid, and there was all this crazy shit that happened after the final episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and
when they dropped it all.
And I'm pretty sure they dropped it all because they were like, we only want the TV shows and the movies.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so that's what the whole canon thing is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So what's not canon again? What were we talking about?
Well, you were saying that the Lego Star Wars movies are canon.
Yeah, I think they're canon, bro.
Okay.
I think they are canon.
Okay. Well then,
because they were part of the story.
Yeah.
And they were all post episode 3. So it was like, but so episode 3 then I think is Rogue One is what comes next. And they were like part of that, and I was like, I'm not watching those, you know? And I hope they didn't make it to where, you know, like you have to watch those to be hardcore. Like, I want to be hardcore without watching the Lego movies.
I don't.
You know?
I don't think you need to watch the Lego movies to be hardcore. You pretty much.
What if I watch Rogue One and I'm like, wait, what's going? Like,
nah.
if there's a plot hole and I don't know it, I'm gonna be upset.
I think
because I just committed, you know, 10 hours.
Now you got me curious. Now I gotta check out Disney Plus and see what this whole Lego section is.
All right, here's the plan. You watch it all the way through with the Lego movies.
And okay. I tell you whether it's worth it?
No. I watch it all the way without them. We compare notes.
Oh, okay.
And then you tell me how terrible those movies were, and then we can figure out whether I should watch them or not.
Do you remember where it was saying that the Lego movies were lining up in terms of story, in terms of chronological?
So a lot of them were after episode 3.
Okay,
Revenge of the Sith, I believe.
That's good for me because right now I am currently in the middle of Clone Wars, the animated series, which falls between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, episodes 2 and 3. So I could,
and I actually think Clone Wars is after the Legos. So you got to go back, play with Legos for a couple hours.
So there are,
and then.
So you're saying there's a Lego movie that's before Clone Wars, and then there's also a Lego movie that's after Revenge of the Sith.
They're everywhere.
Okay,
man.
they're everywhere.
There's so many of them.
Okay. Damn.
But the majority of them are after Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
But dude, you got Disney Plus. Just go chronological order. There's the setting that it says something, and then you can look.
Yeah. Okay. I was an early Disney. I was an early Disney Plus subscriber. So like, I mean, I was day one, right away. Boom.
You were hyped about it, and I respect that.
So I was quickly just adding things. Like I was just clicking add. So I've pretty much been going off my watch list. And when I was going on my ad frenzy when I first got the account, I wasn't doing any kind of ordering in my adding. So it's just, when you go to my watch list, it's just filled with Marvel and Star Wars shit, but it's just all out of order, which is okay because I know how to link it up. But
are you the type of guy that creates a watch list for like everything? Like, do you add things to like queue in YouTube?
No, I don't use it on YouTube. But I do use it on all my other like streaming video apps. All YouTube's the free.
Really?
YouTube's the free one. On the ones I pay for, I always do like add this.
Not really.
Add this show to my. Do you say YouTube's not free?
Not really.
Okay. Why do you say
that? But it is.
Why do you say YouTube's not free?
Well, because they take your data. I mean they sell your data.
Oh yeah,
right?
I'm an open book, Ryan. You know me.
Me too, man. I don't care.
I'm just like I got that. Why do you think we do this show? You know, we're open books. Like this is an open book right here. So
that's true.
But yeah. So my like Hulu and HBO Max and Disney Plus, I'm doing like the add to my watch list and stuff. I don't know. It feels cool to be able to go on to my account and then click watch list, and I got this my stuff.
Isn't that crazy that they store that somewhere? Isn't that kind of weird to think about? Like, they store what you want to watch somewhere. That just sounds so... I mean, maybe you don't think this is weird, but I think this is weird, you know?
When I try to think about how it's done and the the details behind it, and the... Not
really the details,
the inner workings of it.
A company knows what you want to watch, you know?
A company knows what... Oh, that's what you're... Okay, yeah.
Isn't it just kind of like a weird concept? Like, hey, I'm adding this here, and then that's going back to some database, and then it's being stored.
I kind of like it.
I mean, I like it too, but it's also kind of weird at the same time.
Because I've always been the kind of guy who loves to watch shit. So I've always been blabbering about what I'm watching or what I just finished watching. So
can you put that on your Instagram profile?
I could, but
I like to watch shit.
I like to watch.
Oh, come on, dude. That would be perfect, man. Honestly, you should. I feel like that would get you. Like, if you're trying to stand out in LA, that's honestly. I mean, I'm be real. If I'm like a cool employer and I'm like, hey, like let's give this kid a gig, you know, I'm looking at his Instagram and I'm thinking, yeah, that's the one.
You know what's interesting to me about that is I like to watch shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you just added an S to the end of shit, does the context completely change?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Instead of being posted up on your couch in front of the TV, you're posted up outside of a public restroom.
It's more like you just stand at the edge of the gate of the dog park and you just got binoculars on and you're just peering around. It's like bird watching.
Yeah,
I like to watch shits.
I like to watch shits. Yeah, that would be it.
Oh Lord. If I'm a hiring manager and I see I like to watch shit, I'm hiring you. The only other person I'm hiring above you is the guy that has an OnlyFans right in his Instagram profile. I'm giving him a shot right away. You got one or two choices here, Frank.
Yeah, see, now I'm immediately thinking of doing an OnlyFans. Immediately now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Here's the issue with me doing an OnlyFans.
Who do you think would pay for your OnlyFans, Frank?
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because I wouldn't make one. And I wouldn't make one. I'm just not trying to learn another website. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have so many passwords at this point and so many things. I mean, everybody does. Everybody has so many accounts and so many different things. Technology is everywhere. And I just don't want to have to add a whole nother learning curve to my technology mind arena. You know, I only have so much space in my mind for technology, and I just don't have room for OnlyFans right now. As much as I'd like to show off, I just can't, and make money off of it too. I just can't. It's just
It'd be cool, man.
It'd be cool.
It's a cool, it's a cool concept.
And I don't want to step onto the website and just kind of like Bella Thorne did and just crash the whole thing and just take all the fans. You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I can't be taking money out of people's pockets. You know.
You know what I have a problem with?
What?
And it relates to OnlyFans. Weirdly enough, is like pricing things. Like
okay, yeah.
You know, and like you do that. You would do that in OnlyFans, but like. If I'm reselling something, like I bought this kettlebell. It's like an adjustable kettlebell, right?
Yeah.
Goes up to 40 pounds, but you can take it down to 10 pounds. And I'm sitting there, and I bought it for like, over $100. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what do I price this for? You know? Because like I'm too nice of a guy to like try and get too much money out of people. You know? Like I have this weird moral like barrier.
Yeah.
I'm like I can't get through a conversation where I know the person's getting screwed over. You know?
Yeah, you can. It's like you can be a used car salesman or a car salesman.
No, I couldn't.
Because they have to lie about things.
You know what's funny about this is how me and my brother are opposites. And for anyone that knows me and my brother, we are, complete opposites. My brother is a great salesman. Actually, he's a great reseller. He bought his Corvette. He has a Corvette right now, and it's actually a pace car from NASCAR. Believe it or not, I don't know if you knew this, Frank.
It's a pace car.
It was one of the pace cars for like, I don't know if I'm getting this right.
Is that why it has the stickers on it?
500s. Yeah, it's why it has those.
Dude,
isn't that pretty cool?
That's really cool. I mean, that car is really nice. I've seen it.
It's a nice car,
and I've heard it. It's nice.
So. He bought it for, I think he bought it for 26, and he's reselling it for 30. Can you believe that?
Like he bought it for 26,000.
26K, yeah.
I
mean, you don't buy a car for under a K.
Well, yeah, I was just making sure he didn't like get the greatest steal of his life and buy the car for $2,600.
Yeah,
I bought this Corvette for $2,600. Like that would be crazy. 26,000 seems more reasonable, but
26,000.
The fact that he's flipping it for 30,000 is pretty sweet.
It's sweet, and he put miles on it, and he took off one of the what is it called? Like the paint on the outside, like the door panel, basically. He took out like the door panel, which has like the design. Like the design only goes from the front of the car now to the door, and then it stops at the door. It used to go all the way across. And he took that off, and he's reselling it for more. I give props to him.
Why did he take that off?
Because he wanted to resell it. Because the individual ones are more expensive. So someone with a Corvette can say, hey, I want that piece, and then put it on their car. And so he resold that. I want to say he resold that already, like before he tried to sell his car.
Damn, okay, so he took a car, he bought a car, and then he took one piece off of it, sold that piece for more money, and then he's going to sell the car itself for more money.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And I don't know if you remember do you remember when he used to drive the Chrysler 100?
Oh, I do, yeah.
Or 300,
300, yeah, the 300.
He resold that for like, I think it was like $2,000 over like the KBB price.
Damn.
I mean, it's insane.
Wow, he's insane. He's a straight car flipper.
Well, he's a good reseller for sure.
That's tight.
Like I almost want him to resell my Xbox because I'm too lazy to sell it. I just have it sitting there, and it's like I keep
you and that Xbox, man.
I know.
What a purchase, dude. What a.
Hey, man, we had some good nights.
Yeah, like one or two.
Hey, dude, I was there the moment that you learned you were moving out of San Francisco.
That's true. You were
because of that Xbox.
Yeah, you were on the video games at that moment. That was a special moment. That was a good moment to be online. But dude, I'm telling you, man, yeah, Warzone is still popping off. You know, if
it is, man.
It's always hot. You know, if you ever get that itch,
because
if you get the itch to play Warzone before you get the itch to sell it, take that as a sign.
Well, I'm definitely gonna try and sell it, even if I get like $100. Then I'll just buy a PS5 at that point. I mean, that's sort of the goal.
With $100, buy a PS5 with $100.
Well, obviously not, but I would pay the difference.
Yeah.
You know,
I got you.
Yeah, dude. I've kind of, because we were talking, and I was like, oh, I'm getting a PS5. That was like my thing. I was gonna get the PS5 when it came out.
Yeah.
But I just sort of accepted that it wasn't gonna happen. And there was a couple games. There was Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and then there was the Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I was super stoked for. And I was even gonna get the ultimate version of that game, so I could play the game that I would always play at your house, which was the previous Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
God, we're really nerding out right now.
It's all good.
And so I'm really disappointed that I'm not gonna get it. But I just decided it's just not worth it right now. You know, like I don't need to be spending $600 plus $100 on video games.
Yeah,
it's
not.
You know,
it's the same. I'm pretty much there's two big things I'm waiting for right now that I have no control over. I'm waiting on.
You have no control over waiting for them, or you have no control over
like
purchasing
how
them?
Quick they come to me, like how quick these events come to me.
I get what you're saying.
I
get what you're saying. Yeah.
Number one, I'm looking forward to being able to, walk to Rite Aid and get the vaccine.
The vaccine.
Get the vaccine shot.
Dude.
Go down to my local Rite Aid and get the vaccine.
Yeah.
And number two is I'm looking forward to just walking down to Target and casually walking into the electronics department and saying, and asking for help from one of the workers and saying, can you unlock this PS5 for me that's sitting here among 10 other PS5s in stock? And then casually walk out without anybody harming me or stealing it from me. And these things, I don't know who knows how far these events are from being here, but I'm looking forward to
the second one's probably years, dude.
You think the PS5 one is farther away from the vaccine one?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Sure.
Wow.
For
okay.
sure.
Wow.
Yes.
Shit. Okay.
Because we're not even past Christmas time, or we just passed Christmas time. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And it was really hard to get one at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no inventory, I guess.
Yeah.
So I doubt it's changed at all.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But dude, guess what? You'll never guess this.
What?
Guess who got vaccinated?
Who? Someone we know?
I mean, yeah, someone we know.
I don't know, dude. I love
my parents.
Oh,
my
your parents got
and my grandparents got vaccinated. Yeah.
what?
So my mom, get this, dude. Can you believe this? Get this. So my mom is working with a woman who knows a doctor who is giving out COVID vaccines, right? And so to schedule these COVID vaccines, you need to meet qualifications, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's appointment only.
Uh-huh.
And if you miss your appointment,
Yeah.
the vaccines expire. Like, you can't just keep them forever.
Yeah.
And so what's happening right now is people are missing their appointment, their no-shows. And so this person specifically, the doctor, I don't know if it's like a major thing that's happening, has COVID vaccines, has extra COVID vaccines. And so my mom got the no, was like, okay, I've got, my dad and my, mother-in-law that would need one, right, which is my grandparents. And so they got vaccinated, and then they had even more. And so my mom and my dad went in and they got vaccinated. Their first dose.
Have to
Can
wait.
you believe that?
Wow.
I know.
Damn. Can I get one of those appointment windows and slip in? Like just
So I don't know what like the process is, because all of them were in like the next stage for Riverside County.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom's a school teacher.
Oh yeah.
My dad is a type 1 diabetic, so he's like the next in line. And then my grandparents are obviously old, so they were all like the next stage. So I don't really know the process, but I would hope that we're not wasting vaccines,
Yeah.
Like, I would hope that if there's extra vaccines out there, that I don't want to say that anyone could get them, because that would be extremely selfish for like, as you just requested one. Extremely
exactly.
selfish for like me and you to come get one.
Yeah. That's why I was joking. If people
joking.
didn't pick up on that in my voice, yeah.
And it was funny, man. Good joke.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. There's a reason why I said like I'm looking forward to like it being at Rite Aid for any schmuck to go down there and get it, because I am the any schmuck,
Well, I hate to tell you, but we're at the bottom of the food chain.
Oh yeah. I should be on the bottom of the food chain.
Young and healthy.
You
work out.
It's not.
Honestly, Frank, you have nothing to be afraid of.
It's not a bad
And
place.
I don't either.
It's not a bad place to be in this situation. But it will be a bad place to be tomorrow. Just kidding. I don't know. I hope for the best for tomorrow's.
What? Wait. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna. I was gonna be negative, but I don't want to be negative because
Okay.
I only want.
Hey, man, we can be negative here.
Well,
I got a negative thing to talk about.
I only want peace and safety for the inauguration for tomorrow, for the presidential inauguration. That's what I want. I just want it to go smoothly. I want nobody to get hurt. Everybody just.
And it will. Yeah. Because they're prepared now.
Yeah.
They realize that, the other side finally
Yeah.
lost.
True.
And so now they're angry, right?
Yeah.
Just like everyone else has been angry because they've been losing for centuries.
You mean for the last 4 years? If you're talking about the left and
Well,
the right.
I'm talking about BLM, but yeah, I get what
you're talking about BLM. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. I thought you were just talking about straight up like Republicans and Democrats. What were you going to say that was angry? If you want to, we close on anger.
we don't have to close on anger, but it's not really angry, but I noticed something, or I wanted to talk about this because Facebook recently banned Stop the Steal content, or Stop the Steal Facebook page, right? After the Capitol riot.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, right. It makes sense, but here's my question to you, and it doesn't have to be a long, analysis, but what is better? Because we see often, like with Twitter, anytime, like literally you could tweet about Trump, just like Trump did this, and underneath it would be a little icon that says official election results show that
this is wrong.
This is incorrect.
Yeah.
Or well, I guess Trump would have to tweet something like misinformation. And then on YouTube, if any video is tagged with Trump, Biden, election, blah, 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 it shows official, parties said, or the Electoral College has officially, elected Biden as president. Like, that's what it would say.
Yeah.
And so I'm asking you, what do you think is better? Because in this case, Facebook has just banned Stop the Steal content, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is better, banning misinformation or just showing the truth, right? Because we have Twitter on one hand, which, Twitter's done a little bit of both, right? Because it's banned Trump, who was sort of a major player in this misinformation game, but also showed that solution, like, hey, like, this is what we know by official sources, not like this person who's just spitting lies. Because this is the dawn of social media misinformation. It's never been this bad, And do you think it's gonna go away? I don't. I don't know.
No, I don't. I don't think it's gonna go away. And it seems to me that there's, out of all the social media apps, maybe are Twitter and Facebook the only ones who take this drastic of actions to disclaim false statements, because I read fake stuff online all the time.
That's that's a good point.
I learned about Donald Trump running for president through iFunny. Like,
wow,
I know it's weird. It's weird to think about that throwback, but because I'm pretty sure.
Honestly, we should be sponsored by iFunny at this point.
I'm pretty sure he announced his campaign in 2015 sometime.
Yeah, no, he did. You're right.
Yeah, so it was just your normal iFunny, on the toilet kind of thing, and
yeah,
I see this Donald Trump thing about him running for president, and I laugh. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Imagine that. I remember
everyone thought it was a joke.
Like,
everyone thought it was a joke until he was the nominee.
Yeah. Or until I walked, downstairs and said to my parents, "Oh, I just saw a funny meme about Donald Trump running for president," and they're like, "Oh no, that's real." Like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah,
good times.
I just think it.
Better times.
Websites are gonna take certain approaches to putting disclaimers on false statements, but you just.
What do you think is better, though? If you had
if I had
to make
to
a
choose,
decision,
if I had to choose.
Should websites ban these type of groups, this type of information? Because now we're talking about the freedom of speech, right? So there's a fine line. It's a private company. It's just like any type of restaurant or service or anyone selling anything can say no to you, right?
Yeah,
but also social media is completely different. It's a tough one, right?
For the safety of the entire world, I think it's better to just ban it.
See, I disagree, but I don't know if I'm an expert at all, so I'm definitely not an expert.
Maybe I have it backwards, because I'm just thinking of myself. It's like I'm confident in the fact that I think I can read something and know whether I should follow it blindly or not, pretty much. Because you have these people who hear Donald Trump tell them to attack the Capitol, pretty much, and then they do that. And that's where I come from, the whole idea of maybe it's safer for the masses if these things are banned, because then we're avoiding having people who will follow them like idiots. We keep them from reading it at all and knowing about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess on an individual level, like, it's kind of like as Batman's like, I can take it, like, I can handle it, but I just don't know if the world can.
Vengeance.
And I and I think that was shown with the Capitol rioters. It proved that they're not able to comprehend information and label it as either misinformation or accurate information.
Yeah, I have two opinions. One is like it's hard to say that these tech companies can start, managing freedom of speech, right? Like, if I want to say something random and something not true, do I have the right to do that? Yes, right? And as a communication platform, which is like sort of the base principle of these social media companies, that is what they do. However, I think that it's a complex situation because I think that when a social media platform like Twitter, Facebook, when information circulates on these platforms, it is looked at a higher value than if it was circulated on apps that people have never heard of. You know, like Parler. I mean, I've heard of Parler, but I didn't know what the heck it was. You know, or like Gab. You know, all these sort of where they're going now. Like if I see a post from Parler or Gab, I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. But if you see a post from Facebook and Twitter, it's just this sort of like slight sense of it being a more official or more real, you know. And so I don't know the answer, but there are two sides to that, I think. And I don't know, now that you're talking and now that I'm explaining my opinions, I might be leaning more towards them banning these groups, to be honest. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, for our sake.
Luckily, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, luckily this is not up to us. But, yeah, it
Dude, what if we were as big as Joe Rogan and we had, like, this would sway opinion?
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is scary to think about. Yeah.
So don't subscribe, don't like, don't comment.
Please do not share. We don't want this to become too powerful.
No, honestly, if you've made it this far listening to us rant on video chat, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to hear about.
Yeah. And I think that's a good place to end episode 54.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for listening, everybody. We love you. Peace out.
Cheers, brother. Bye, everyone.